already know my thoughts on a job class system. If you don't, go watch my playthroughs of Final Fantasies 3 and 5. Okay? I'm not the biggest fan of them. And so at that point, having to level Cloud up from level 1 is a chore. And I can't even remember, like, Final Fantasy Tactics. I want to, like, read off his abilities. Final Fantasy Tactics, Cloud.
Ow, I hate these armor generals. I'm a very armor general, no animal, vegetable, or mineral.
So yeah, he gets the subclass of Soldier, and then you can level him up, but you get, like, so here are his abilities, like Brave
God, I
Slash,
hate these Moo Guardians, right?
a limit skill that slashes swiftly at the target. The other thing, too, that's irritating about Materia Blade, it's craptastic stats.
Right.
So it's not even worth it to put it on for the limits, kind of thing. Like, it's not doing enough raw damage. At least to me.
Subaru, come attack the Moo Guardians, please.
Cross Slash, a limit skill that slices through the target in a crosscut pattern. Blade Beam, limit skill that inflicts damage commensurate with the damage that the user endured. Limb Hazard, a limit skill that inflicts damage commensurate with the damage the target has already suffered. So you have to have done damage to them first. Meteor Rain, a skill that inflicts damage by summoning a meteor out of the sky. So that's probably like a really good one that you could get out of it, but it takes a while. Finishing Touch, a limit skill that inflicts a variety of status effects, like KO, Stone, and Stop.
Right.
Basically an insta-kill. Then another ultimate limit skill, and then Cherry Blossom, which is the most powerful limit skill. But in order to get to these points, you have to go level up Cloud.
Okay.
And at that point, you already have like 6 to 8 different characters that are way more powerful than him at that given moment and are more recommended. I know that a lot of people have since implemented Cloud into that, and actually I was wrong. It wasn't in the deep dungeon, but you had to go dig for it in a volcano. And so the limits, at least to me, are still not all that worth it. Although I have heard War of the Lions buffed in. So I haven't played War of the Lions all the way through. But yeah, that's one of the things that actually kind of bugs me about RPGs, is like when people put in these tiny Easter eggs that aren't ultimately worth it in the end. If they're worth it, then great. But, like, for example, Materia Blade, you're getting a craptastic blade that any blade you could currently get from a vendor at this point in the game is better than.
Right.
And so at that point, it would be a better idea to just give Cloud 2 of those swords and let him go nuts.
I really wish these weren't magically tolerant, these Moo Guardians.
I don't know, like people have asked if we would do it just because a lot of people are thoroughly convinced that the story would be something Alex would like. Because some people are still under the impression you don't like any of the stories in Final Fantasy.
I can't say that. I mean, I've never really dug deep into the stories.
Yeah, that's one thing that I know that hasn't really been done too much, is I know that he hasn't dug that deep into them. So at that point, judging the story is not necessarily the problem. I think for you it's more the legacy.
Yeah.
Which I've tried to dissuade with you, and like you can jump in anywhere because no Roman numeral story is the same. But you've kind of brushed that off to me going, yeah, I'm not going to do that. Because I know a couple of people wanted to recommend that you play 7 because Brinton's playing 7. I don't know if I'd recommend 7 to you. I don't know if I would. I think you'd have problems with 7.
I know, that's like the most beloved of the Final Fantasies.
It's not the most beloved. It's the most popular.
Right.
And before people start messaging us, that's the same thing. No, it's not. I mean popular as in it did the most, it sold the most copies.
Right.
Is it the most beloved in the series? Absolutely not. Because any diehard Final Fantasy fan that I'm aware of, or that I've ever talked to, like, very few of them have said 7 is their absolute favorite. Most of them kind of go my route, where, like, the Super Nintendo era was the best that the series has ever been. I actually talked to one person who was like, 10 is the best that it's ever been. And given the reasons he gave, I could completely understand why he thinks that. I'm not there, but my top is because of nostalgic reasons. So it's not like I'm one to talk. So here's a data bug.
Yes.
We've been getting lucky.
We've had a fair amount of data bugs so far.
Okay. I haven't seen your infection yet, so I don't know, like, how bad it is right now. I'm gonna find out in a second.
There we go.
Oh, no, yeah, we're fine.
We're actually doing okay.
And what level are we? We're on B3, okay, and you said there were, like, 5 or 6 levels, so...
Perhaps a little more. It's been a while, so I don't remember exactly.
It's gonna be the
many
equivalent
levels.
of a deep, deep dungeon, isn't it?
Yeah.
You wanna know the other problem with deep, deep dungeon, Alex?
It's deep, deep, deep.
50 levels.
50 levels, damn.
So, and every level was a combat situation.
Alright, well, I
So-
can guarantee you we won't have 50 levels.
But here's the thing, at least if I remember correctly, you only got like 2 checkpoints in between them.
Whoa.
So you had to go like 20 floors before you got a checkpoint. It's pretty nuts. It's one of those reasons why I'm not the biggest Tactics Ogre fan, but I love Final Fantasy Tactics. In fact, if I could get my hands on Tactics Advance 1 and 2, I actually had it, and then I moved, and I don't know where that cartridge went.
Oh, that's a shame.
I hate when that happens, right?
Yeah.
But I had 1. I didn't have 2 at that point. I was trying to finish 1. So at that point, I would love to own that again. Thankfully, though, the Virtual Console has added Advanced. So I'm just waiting to get that added.
Golden egg.
Golden egg. Happiness.
So I guess the first thing that we need to do here is... I hope you don't mind if I hog the spotlight a little bit, because I've been getting a lot of these questions, Alex.
Okay.
Where did Drak go the previous week?
Rig safe.
I got a lot of that, and a lot of people think that I'm not telling the truth, and that you ultimately will.
Rig D.
He was just taking a little time off.
I took a little time off. I cleaned, so that you know we don't get sick.
Yeah.
People can't see this, but behind Alex right now is a big wall of acoustic foam.
Yes, he put up a lot more foam.
So at that point, we're delivering a little bit more of a professional kind of sound to it, and I'm not even done. I still have at least 72 more panels to put up. Like, I'm covering up a good portion of the wall, people. So,
Oh, come on with the Moo Guardians.
but I actually did get a little bit done here and there. Like, all of the side projects that I've been promising for who knows how long, I got a little bit of work done in that regard. But I know a couple of people have been asking, did you have enough time to give a proper anime update?
Did you?
Not really. Because the problem was that I was not only cleaning in the office, I was cleaning around the house. 'Cause I
Right.
really don't want my daughter getting sick either. But I was able to get a good 4 to 5 episodes done in Double Zeta. I'm really optimistic now that I have the... In fact, it was funny. I sent you a text just going, it is so satisfying, even though it's subtitled, to have Gundam up on my big screen again,
Yes.
so I can just watch the series in the comfort of my own couch. And so I was able to bust out about 4 or 5 episodes, but I'm really close to being done with Double Zeta. And as far as... What? I'm sorry?
Sorry. No, go on.
As far as the anime update is concerned, not a whole lot happened in those episodes. Again, it was building up to the final battle. So we're in space now. We are freeing random colonies to be able to get more people to Judao's side, and setting up that Hamon Karn is going to be the ultimate villain, along with her lackeys that are going to be in the final battle. There were a couple of things that I found interesting along the way.
Oh, no! Oh, gotta heal off right at time.
Okay. So a couple of things happened that were interesting. You remember the twins that I was talking about earlier on
Yeah.
that lived in a colony called Moon?
Mm-hmm.
They showed up again.
Oh.
They hinted at a romance between one of the twins and one of the side character, one of the Gundam team, and they killed her off.
Oh.
What made that worse, however, is that they went to a colony that was kind of very much Hong Kong inspired.
Yeah.
And it turns out that the person running the colony is a total pervert.
Mm-hmm.
Because any woman that literally walks into this colony, any hot-looking woman that walks into this colony, is immediately ordered to come to his private residence to audition for his private harem.
Oh, jeez.
Now, guys, let's level with you for a second. How many of the characters of the series do you think went into this harem audition?
A lot.
How about all of them?
Oh, jeez, of course.
Including the fact that when they went to go save a bunch of refugees, Judah didn't realize that he had saved Haman Karn. She was literally dressed up in a blonde wig. I don't know why he didn't recognize her aside from she was in sensible clothes.
Right.
And blonde hair. But she was on the Argama. Her assistant went and got intelligence on the Argama. I'm already telling you that I'm going to tell you right here and now when the final battle happens, tons of damage is going to happen to the Argama based on the information that this girl was able to gather.
Right.
Okay? I was like, you blithering idiots. You were able to sense her miles away and you can't sense her on the bloody ship! Inaccuracy! Thy name is Judo Ashta! So yeah, like, Rue, L, Peru wasn't there because Peru has since passed on.
Right.
Rue, L,
Ow.
Haman, her assistant, the twins, because they were technically on the ship at that point. They all got brought in for private harem auditions.
Oh, God.
So how does Judo intend to solve this problem, you think?
By the way, elemental hit.
Elemental hit! How do you think he intended to solve this
I
problem?
don't know. How did he?
With elemental hits, obviously.
Of course.
No, the way he intends to solve this is by dressing up as a woman. Yes, this actually happened. So they meet with local boys in the colony, and they all decide to dress up like women.
Right.
Aside from a couple of the ones that need to stay with the Argona. What's funny is that his friend Eno is considered very sexy when he has a female outfit on. But Judo is considered extremely ugly.
Right.
So 80% of the reason that Judo even got in the building was because he cried his way in.
Oh my God.
Like, every time somebody called him ugly, he's like, and then he would get in until he got access to a mobile suit. He's like, "F you all! I'm gonna go to the mobile suit." Which is another thing that was really dumb about this guy's residence is he had a bunch of like really vintage mobile suits, all in like loincloths, like classic samurai attire.
Nice.
Too many Christmas. So yeah, that happened, and then eventually, since he is disgraced because the pervert didn't recognize Haman Karn before he sent her in for private auditions for his harem, she says, "There's only one way you can make it up to me. You have to go fight the Argama yourself." And it turns out in the battle that he actually tries to fight the Argama. He kills off one of the twins in his mobile suit, which then sends the one friend of the Gundam team into, or gives him a reason that he wants to fight in the final battle.
Right.
So that happened. We also went and liberated a mining colony that was under Haman's thumb and got to meet up with Kata again. And Kata, if people don't know who I'm talking about, she was the one that was always orgasming in her frickin' cockpit. For her, it was literally a cockpit.
Oh.
Pardon my French.
I see what you did
And even
there.
better is like
Fuck these things.
So we confirmed that she's a cyber new type, which means her brain's been effed around with royal. And the only way to get her out of it, I wish I was kidding on this, is for Judao to motorboat her.
Oh, wow.
That's the only way she recognizes him. Is that all of a sudden she brings him, like he goes in for a hug, and then she motorboats him, or she gets motorboated, loves the feeling, and then goes, "Judao?" Shit you not, guys. That's what happens. I think I even brought this to Andrea's attention. She's like, "Really?" But the best part about it was that we got to see the reappearance of Peru too. You know, evil Peru.
Right.
Twisting her mustache and everything. But even better is that we found out that they've made some upgrades to her Cubelite. And it's actually very important because it's a plot element that comes in later into the movie. Or at least I think it does, into Char's counterattack, which is the early prototypes of what's called, I believe it's called the Psycom-U, which is basically being able to operate your mobile suit via your mind.
Right.
So your mind is actually getting a signal, or your brain is giving a signal to the mobile suit to launch funnels, to come to you, kind of thing.
That was close. We just had our HP go to 1.
Yes, I saw it. We're getting unluckier and luckier as we go. I'm really worried now.
Our luck has kind of run out, unfortunately.
So that's actually a cool element, because I've always wondered how, like, they never explained later on how, like, Char and Amuro could operate their mobile suits' funnels without being in the cockpit. And they actually show, like, they have this prototype headset on Puru, and they show that she's actually controlling everything. Which also is an interesting element, because I've always wondered, like, if you're going to have funnels, then why not just step out and point a funnel at the hostages, kind of thing.
Come on with these. Throw me a bone, will you?
And they kind of answer that, because Puru does that. Puru's like, oh, this is a person you love and cherish? Okay, funnel, aimed at her. You don't do what I say, laser kills her, kind of thing.
Right.
So that's a cool thing that I think got explained. But that's pretty much my update. It's all setting up to the final battle. We're not getting, like, any upgraded Gundams or anything like that. However, I've actually been dealing with another Gundam dilemma, which is watching... Because I have the Blu-rays of Double Zeta. That's how I'm watching it now. So I don't have to go to the unruly sites.
Right.
And I have Char's counterattack. So I can go all the way through to there. But the next series, which is a bunch of OVAs... I don't have access to.
Right.
They're coming.
I'm sick of this no damage crap.
So this is another one of those situations where the DVDs are out of print, and Right Stuff is bringing them. They just barely announced that these exact series are the next in line. They're not coming till January, though.
Right.
So if I get done with Char's counterattack before that, like, what do I do? I may have found some sites that I can at least watch one of those OVAs in particular, because I do want to watch it. It's one of those series that got me excited about Gundam. And I actually was able to watch it in the last days of the classic Adult Swim. Not the weekday one that you're used to.
Right.
I was able to watch it in the classic Adult Swim for like 2 weeks, and then it stopped. And I was pissed. And these OVAs, if people are wondering what they are 0080 War in the Pocket and 0083 Stardust Memory. I'm actually really happy that they're coming up, because they are OVAs that I've wanted to finish. And I watched it on Adult Swim, so I wasn't able to finish it. And Stardust Memory in particular had me by the throat, so to speak. It really interested me.
By the way, I dropped a level. That sucks. It sucked real hard. All that grinding, and I dropped a level.
Is that because of the infection, or?
Yeah, because of the infection.
Elemental hit! Oh, man. Our infection's getting worse.
Ultra leg mail.
This is really beginning to worry me, Alex.
I know. We're doing so good, you know? They were balancing things out nicely, but now they're just like, no, fuck you. We're gonna give you 4 Moo Guardians per room here.
Alright, so we at least got this guy dead. And we are in...
Golden egg.
Golden egg.
I almost want to say, like, going for treasure chests just isn't worth it.
Yeah, it really isn't at this point.
Okay.
Oh, damn it.
Is this a bad one?
They're all bad, because it's still a data bug.
Okay.
At least it's 1 this time. I still would have preferred some regular enemies.
So yeah, that's pretty much my anime update, although I have been tempted, like... I know people want me to do Gundam, but I kind of don't want to go to the sites to watch 0080. I'm kind of tempted, and I want to know you guys' opinions if I switch over to Gurren Lagann until January. I don't know if I'll finish the series, but I am really interested in watching Gurren Lagann right now.
You know what? So am I.
Gurren Lagann would be fun to watch, just because it's a series that makes fun of all the campy tropes of the giant robot genre.
Yeah.
I might do that at least for a month until War in the Pocket comes out on Blu-ray, because here's the thing. I really do like the fact that I can watch Double Zeta from the comfort of my own couch and not from my computer desk. So that's what I've had to do to watch Double Zeta. So I'm really tempted to go down that line. I don't know. Let me know you guys' opinions. If you have no problem with me going to Gurren Lagann until that comes out, I'll probably do that. If not, then we'll figure something out.
I'm gonna watch it too, so... It's been sitting on my shelf for a while now.
Well, I'm gonna watch it via Netflix.
Well, I'm gonna watch it via DVD.
Okay.
Okay.
Either way, I can watch it from the comfort of my own damn couch.
Kai, don't do too much. What is it? Just
Doing way
recasting
too much
the,
as is.
I'm recasting the buffs.
So, like you said, moving around would reduce the infection. Can't you just, like, jog around this room?
It's not moving around, it's just fighting regular enemies.
Oh, okay.
I wish moving around would make it that simple.
Yeah, that would be great. We wouldn't have an infection problem. Especially with how much this is actually making us walk. Okay, we're at B5.
Yeah. I got a feeling it's probably like 10 floors or so.
10 floors?
Possibly. I can't really remember. It's a long dungeon, I told you that.
Yeah, it sounds long enough like we couldn't get it into a full recording session. And we can't save mid.
Afraid not.
Oh, don't tell me that. Well, okay, I don't believe it's 10 floors. I really don't. Because if you have to deal with nothing but data bugs, I can't believe that the programmers would not account for that and say, you know, this is how much you can actually deal with due to your infection. It has to be like 5 or 6 levels. All this item cap rage. It is starting to affect Alex. Okay, this is a new room. Oh.
Told ya, it's long.
No, just yellow is enemies, right?
Yes.
Okay, so what's the black? Is that chests?
Chests.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, let's keep this going.
Oh!
You are so near death.
Spent all the time to get to max level, but at the end of the day, it doesn't even matter.
In the end, it doesn't even matter.
I tried so hard.
And got so far.
Yes.
But in the end, it doesn't even matter. Okay.
Hold on to your butts.
No, Samuel Jackson. I'm not going to hold on to my butt. There's nothing to hold on to.
I think he meant cigarette butts.
Well, I'm not holding on to that either. So funniest thing, well, you know, like one of the reasons that we're both very, very tired, and unfortunately this is going to get even worse as the holidays go on. But another reason that we are feeling tired is we went to Anime Bonsai
Yay!
and drained ourselves. Because holy crap, how many panels did we have? And holy crap, how many things do we have going?
Yeah.
Oh, man. And you were there longer than I was.
Yeah,
so...
I was there all 3 days.
Oh, so you actually stuck around for Sunday after your hotel ran out?
Yeah.
Okay. And then you headed home.
Yep.
Ready to go to work again.
I just took the Monday off.
Oh, good. So you got some recovery time?
Yeah. That's something I've learned over the years of going to cons is always get the following day off.
Okay. Oh, actually, you know, I do have a little bit more of an anime update. It's not related to Gundam, but...
oh, thank mercy! Regular enemies!
Oh, good. So we can take care of some of the infection.
Yeah.
Another thing that did happen was...
Spammers, though.
around this time of the year, I actually dig out my collection of Yu Yu Hakusho. And while I was actually working on my office, I had Yu Yu Hakusho going on because I love that series.